Hi guys, so I'm here to help you to solve this question. It says, if P is directly proportional to Q squared, this symbol here means directly proportional to or varies directly as. So we read, if P is directly proportional to Q squared and P is 45 when Q is 3, find A, Q when P is 80 and B, P when Q is 5. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to write this expression here, which is P varies directly as Q squared. We're going to replace the symbol with an equal sign and a constant of proportionality. I can use either K or I can use A, doesn't matter. Some books use them interchangeably, right? So I'm going to write P is equal to K Q squared. So I've gotten my equation from the expression that we started out with. Now, the next part of the question says, P is 45 when Q is 3. So what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be substituting the values of 45 for P and 3 for Q. So wherever we see P, we're going to write 45 is equal to, we don't know what K is, so we write that K. Q here is 3, so I write 3, and of course I put back the square. All I did was to replace the value of 3 for Q, right? All right. Now we write 45 is equal to K, and of course 3 squared would give me 9. I now need to get K by itself, so what I'm going to do is divide both sides by 9. Why 9? Because 9 is the value we need to get rid of so that K can be by itself. So I divide that side by 9, and whatever you do to one side must be done to the other. So this cancels this, K is now left, and 9 into 45 goes 5 times. So K is equal to 5. So that's the first part of the question. Now, part A now says, find Q when P is 80. Again, we're going back to our expression or our equation that we started off with. So it's P equals KQ squared. Now this equation is going to help us to solve the entire question. All right, so that's why we always go back to this equation. So in this case now it says P is 80, so I write 80, I replace P with 80. I just found the value of K. K was 5, so I write 5. And then Q squared, because that we don't know what Q is because we're asked to find Q, right? So in this case, I want to get Q by itself. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to divide here by 5 and over here by 5. So these cancel. What is left over here is actually Q squared is equal to, when 5 into 80 goes 16 times. Now, they didn't ask us for Q squared, they asked us for Q. So what we have to do, we have to get rid of the square. To get rid of the square, I must apply the square root to both sides. So I apply the square root here, square root over that side. The square cancel the square root. So, and the square root of 16 is positive or negative 4. In this case, we're going to use the absolute value, which is 4. Okay? So in this case, therefore, we write Q is equal to 4. The next part of the question says, find P when Q is 5. Again, we're going back to our equation. So we write P is equal to KQ squared. In this case, I'm finding P, so I write back the variable P. K again, as I said, we found it from the first part, which is 5. And Q in this case now is going to be 5. So I replace the letter with 5 squared. So P is equal to 5. And of course, 5 squared would be 25. So P is equal to 5 times 25, which will give me 125. So this is my final answer. Well, I hope you understand a little bit better. All right?